Okay, this lesson is about converting metric measurements. We have the larger metric units on the left side of the table and the smaller units on the right side of the table. We need to remember our memory trick to fill in the actual values of our place of each metric measurement. So we have King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Kilo, hecto, deca. This will be our base unit. And the base unit, in this case, we're going to be dealing with meters. Deci, centi, and milli. So what we need to remember is that if we're moving from a larger unit to something smaller, we're going to multiply. So it's sort of like if you have a whole pizza and you wanted to say in slices, there would be more slices than there would be the whole pizza. So we would have to multiply. If we were at a smaller unit, we want to get to a larger unit, we need to divide. Let's take the example of 1 kilometer. If we put a 1 in the kilometer field, and we want to know how many meters that would be, we put a 0 in the meters field, and we fill in the rest with zeros. We know 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters. Another way of looking at this is if I had sorry about that. What I was saying, if I had 1 kilometer and I wanted to move it over to the meters place, I would multiply by 10 each time. 1 times 10 times 10 times 10 is actually 1 times 1,000, which gives me 1,000 meters. Now let's look at it going in the other direction. Let's say I had, actually we're still going to go, we have 80 meters and we want to go to centimeters. So I'm going to multiply by 10 and multiply by 10 again. So 80 times 10 is 800, 800 times 10 is 8,000. Or if I simply filled in my zeros like I did when I modeled that problem for you, I have 80 and I need to go to centimeters, so put a 0 in centimeters, fill in the rest of the spaces in between with zeros, and I still get 8,000. So 80 meters equals 8,000 centimeters. Let's try one more. Okay, let's say I have 1,200 centimeters. I want to know how many meters that would be. So that means I have to divide by 10, because when I'm moving from a smaller unit to a larger unit, I divide by 10. And I divide by 10 again. When I do that, this becomes 120, and then it becomes 12. Or I can just move over 2 places, take off 2 zeros, and I'm left with 12 meters. So 1,200 centimeters equals 12 meters.